Is it working? It's working! Hello. Yeah. Hi. Hello. Are you there? Yes. Hi. It's Allison. I'm in the kitchen again. So the macaroni is boiling. Yes, we wanted to do that. It's lovely. It's lovely. So what am I making? So my towels, my mini little towels. Hi. Okay. So what are we doing today? What are we doing with? Who's going to do the cooking? I have on an apron. You see my apron? It's Mickey. It's Mickey Mouse. Mickey. It's Paris Disney. It's from Paris Disney. I am wearing a Paris Disney French Mickey Mouse apron. I am so happy. I love that so much. Wait, more light. Look. More light. So much better. It's a sunny day. I don't even have on like my fill light. Maybe I should. I don't know. Let's turn that on. See if it looks nice. Woo! Yes. That always looks better. So, what the heck? Macaroni and cheese from scratch. We are going to make macaroni and cheese from scratch. No, I'm not even kidding, and it's so easy. No, it's not hard. It's not hard. Nothing is hard here. Okay. So, what am I doing? Well, we have a pot. We have started already here of macaroni. I bought cheap elbow macaroni, and I boiled water. I'm sure you can manage that bit. Boiled water and threw it in there, and it said 10 minutes. Although I'm not sure it's even take that long. And look, they're like huge. These are big. These are like going to be jumbo noodles. Wait. Oh my God, I'm almost done. Okay, like turn it down. It's like practically done. So that's the easy part. Pop. Butter, flour, and milk. In home economics, I took home economics like crazy. I took it in junior high, I took it in high school. I took it over and over again. Why did I take home economics over and over again? 1, I really like to cook. 2, free breakfast. If you take home ec, first period, high school, it means it's tuna casserole or cheese popovers or something weird, but it's breakfast, and I wanted the free breakfast, so that's what I did. So, okay. So, the first thing they teach you is how to make a white sauce. This is known in France, or by fancy people, as bechamel, the bechamel sauce. It's white sauce. It's flour and butter and everything. Now, in the cookbook, some of the cookbooks, if you use a cookbook, we have lots of cheese. In the cookbook, indeed, it says, if you have a cookbook, this is a New York Times cookbook. If you're getting, my father, this was like the Bible. My father considered this holy writ. My father loved his New York Times cookbook. It has a recipe, indeed, for white sauce. And it's just so silly, because it, like, literally is butter, flour, and milk. But it does magic. So, the first thing we do is we need to put butter in the pan. I'm going to be draining this macaroni way sooner than I thought. But it's great. It cooks fast. Butter. Where do we get butter? Well, we can get butter at the store, or those of you who watched yesterday know that we turned butter in a jar. Bob made butter, and that is real butter. We took Trader Joe's whipping cream, and we put it in a jar, and we shook it, and it became butter. Butter. Bob made this. He stood there, hold on with the jar, and he made butter. So it says that I want approximately 2 tablespoons. So I have stick butter, but I want to use the butter that we made, because that's just so insane that I have home churned butter. So I'm going to use the butter that we churned yesterday, because, oh my God, they're home churned butter. We have some stick butter if we need more. Which we don't really. Now, God, that tastes good. Yes, I got it on my fingers and licked it off. So, then what happens? Well, then, is you melt it. Now, I'm turning on. Low heat. We're not turning this on high. Low, very low heat. Cheese. When we talk about cheese, what do we mean? Well, I have here, where's my block? Block of cheese, block of cheese, block of cheese, block of cheese. Mickey. I have here a big old block of cheddar that I grated. Block of cheddar, grated. Or you can just buy a bag of grated cheese. Just buy a bag of grated cheese. You just need a bag of grated cheese. You can do that. You can get any flavor. If you don't find grated cheese, you know what works great? Slices, because you can break them up in little pieces. It doesn't have to be grated. It can just be broken up in little pieces. I also have this amazing cheese that came from, it's Cougar Gold, comes from Washington State in a can. It's like genius. It's delicious. We may put some of that in today. I don't know yet. So, oh look, it's melty, 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 melty. Now, do not burn it. It's not brown. It's good. I'm actually turning off the heat, off, because it's like so hot. I have to drain my pasta here. Wait. I think this macaroni's done. Wait. Is this done? Oh, macaroni. Oh, drain that macaroni. It's ridiculous. That's totally done. La, 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 la. Pot holders. Oh, there they are. Don't touch a hot pan without pot holders. It's very heavy. Be careful. Excuse me. All right. Whee! That's hot. Yay! Ta-da! This can sit. See, it's over here. I need to rinse it. That's delicious. We're going to let that sit there. Put the lid over it. That's how hard that was. Now, what am I doing? So I have butter. I have butter. Where's my sauce? Abracadabra. Flour. What are we doing with flour? So we're going to take this here flour. It says 2 tablespoons. That sounds good. But I'm not going to... See, I'm worried. Lumps. What do we do? Lumps. Lumps? No. This is when you want to whisk. Also, this is when you need, in the oldie days, a flour sifter. This is your little house in the prairie. If you have a flour sifter, like Ma Ingalls, this is fantastic. If you do not... See, I'm going to do that. Oh, look, I'm putting it in my hand. Yeah, like that. And I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of flour. Ooh, there's one. Oh, look, there's another one. Gently. Ooh, that's too much. That's fine. Now, a little's gone into the pan already. Let's get that puppy out. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do this while I whisk it into the butter. Because while I'm doing that, which is like super duper, there's like no lumps. There. So that got in real fine. And there's like hardly any. That doesn't seem like very much, does it? Now, scrape, 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 scrape. You want it mixed. Now, we do put on the teeny, 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 tiny, tiny fire, small fire, low. Tra-la-la-la. That doesn't seem like very much. And I have a lot of cheese and a lot of macaroni here. So, hang on here. Let me just shut this, guys. No. Nice. Okay. Now, I'm going to add more. I'm going to make more. I'm going to like double the recipe because I'm crazy. So we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Yeah. Because I have decreed that that's not enough. More milk butter. So, what you don't want to be doing is adding flour like after you've added the cheese, because then that would be icky. So I'm going to... Store butter has the lines. You can figure out that it's 2 tablespoons because it has a little thingamajiggy on it, and it just tells you where to cut it. And then you do that, and you go, la! Again, low heat. And we'll let that melt. But look how the flour, it's foamy. The butter and flour get foamy. Foamy, foamy. I'm going to take this dish. It's a spoon rest, but I'm using it for a dish. More flour. One. Yeah. 2. Perfect. One more. Yeah. About. So now I have, ooh, look at that little foam. The butter is melting, and it's foamy. And it starts getting weirdly thick. You're cooking it Do you know that, like, they say flour is raw and you don't want raw flour? That's what they mean, is you do, like, making gravy. And this sauce, when you make this sauce, you can use it for 10,000 other things, I swear. Stir, stir, stir. Whisk, whisk. Oh, it's good. Yeah, okay. Butter is completely melted. That's important. Do, do, do. Flour. Just a little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. Ooh. Oh, look. There's a little warmth, a little heat, a little bit of heat. Not too much. Low, low. Don't burn this. Low heat, super low heat. Pick it up off the heat. But the trick is you're trying to get that flour and that butter mixed. Super, super mixed. So it's not even flour and butter. So it's literally like one thing. It is so smooth. And that's what this thing, like I said, you can use the Little House on the Prairie sifter thingy, or let's do this. Look, it's thick. It's becoming a thing. Now, we have not even started the magic part. Magic! It's magic. It's not magic. Magic? We have magic. How is it magic? La 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 la. Whiskey, whiskey, whiskey. Some more for here. I want it thick. Look at that. Yeah, get in there. A little more heat. I want it to bubble. I keep doing this because I don't want it to burn. I'm lifting it up a little. But I want it super, super, super mixed. No lumps, no lumps, no bits of flour. That looks pretty, okay, it's bubbling. It's doing the foamy, 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 foamy bubble thing. Way low. Now, here's where we do a magic trick. Magic. Milk. Now, it says 1 cup of milk for the 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons. So we have more milk than that. So I already have like more than a cup in here. So I'm adding a little. I just added a little bit. Watch what happens. So that should make it thinner, right? Because I added milk. It should be thinning out. No. Look what happened. It got thicker. Look at it. It's almost solidified. How did that happen? I just added a liquid. A liquid that should make it thinner. I'm going to kill this thing. And look at that. Look how thick. Look how thick that just got. It's like pudding. So, gently, gently, more. Stir, stir. This is one of those stir all the time. Stir like a crazy person. Okay, good. This is where you will need a spoon like this, or even if it's a proper oven-proof good thing, because you want to get all the stuff out of the corners and the sides of the pan. Oh my God, this is so thick. I can't believe how thick this is. Yes! Yes, it's so thick. Look at that. Just thick as can be. Oh, it almost got lumpy. Look, it's trying to get lumpy. It's trying to get lumpy. We will not let it because we have a whisk. Now I'm going to raise the heat ever so slightly. Just scrape, scrape. Look at this. It's beautiful. Look how smooth. Ooh, spilled them up. Smooth and saucy it is. See? Smooth and like you say bechamel. Now right now it's a little thin. But we're going to heat it. The more we heat it, the thicker it gets. Usually making things hot melts them, makes them thinner. Adding milk makes things thinner. No. It makes it thicker. Because it's magic. Now, this is a white sauce. Right now we have made white sauce. Right now it is a thin white sauce. What do you do to white sauce? Well, you add things. You add things like what? You add things like garlic powder. You add things like pepper. People add salt. They add all sorts of things. There you go. La, 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 la. Now, I'm going to make it hotter. Wipe things down. Make a mess. So, see, I've only been doing this for how many minutes? It's like minutes. Oh, oh, oh. Way down, way down. Look at that. It's thickened up. Not even boiling. Not even boiling. I just made it hot. And look how thick. Look how thick. It is thickening up like pudding, I tell you. So now what? So it's like, okay, big whoopee-doo. I have this super magic thick sauce. So you make it super magic thick. La, 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 la. Oh, yes, nice and thick. I'm using the wooden spoon now because we've gotten all the lumps out. So it's scrapey, scrapey, scrapey. Get all the good, thick, gooey pudding parts out of the corners. A little warmer. Not too hot, not too hot. Just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Stir, stir, stir. Scrape, 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 stir. Delicious. Stir, stir. Take another spoon because I want to taste it. This one, I can put this back in there. It's hot. It's hot. Okay. It tastes like milk and butter and flour. It's a little plain, but you know, that's the thing. It's a base. It's a basis. Look at that. Again. You see? Look at that. Look how thick that is. So this is what we call, beautiful. Turn the heat off. Off. We don't want it to burn off. This is a white sauce. We have just made a white sauce, or bechamel. We have made sauce. It is magic. It is magic. Milk, which is in it, has made it thicker. Oh, how did that happen? Now, but how does it become mac and cheese? Or, like I said, if that's too hard, if grating cheese is too difficult, buy a bag of grated cheese or take cheese slices and tear them up into little pieces. I have some grated cheese, so I'm going to add it gently. Now, you have to have some heat on this because it has to melt, right? You want your cheese either grated or, if you're doing the chunks, torn up into tiny pieces so that it can melt. Because obviously you can't just throw a giant block of cheese in here and hope that it melts down. Although that would be fun to try, but it would be a terrible idea. I'm going to put a little more, the 21 seasonings. It's pepper. Basically, it's a bunch of pepper. I'm going to, yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's good. Stir, 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 stir. Melt that. Oh, it's melting. It's melting. Yay! Oh, it's getting, okay, now it's really thick because the cheese is getting in there and it's melting. Now, we can do a lot of interesting things here. Cheese, more cheese. Like, let's have a slice of this other kind. It's a sharp cheddar, similar to the wine that I put in. But, like, say you didn't have grady, that you would take this and go, la, 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 and just break it into little teeny tiny pieces. Stir, 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 stir. It's trying to burn. Nah, not going to burn. And we'll do that. You know what else you can throw in, if you like, is the shake cheese. Shake cheese, as we call it. The stuff, the thing you throw in your spaghetti. There you go. Let's have a little of that. This is lovely. Sometimes I'll make a white sauce, and I'll just throw a little of this in it with pepper. Just that's it. And that's like a sauce. And put it on things. If you made this sauce, and you just made the white sauce, and then say you roast beef, or chicken, or turkey, you would take the pan drippings from your turkey or chicken or whatever, and mix in some white sauce, and you would have gravy. Ta-da! Magic, magic. That's why they teach you this day one at home ec. Look at this. Look at that. Cheese sauce. It is so thick. Now, is it cheesy enough? No. Cheese. All the cheese. Did I mention I like cheese? It's good for you. My doctor says so. It has calcium in it. So, protein and calcium. Also a lot of salt. Fat. Gotta go easy. And cheese is good for you. Stir. Stir. I tell you, heat, more heat, just a teeny bit. Gotta melt that cheese. The cheese is not melting fast enough for me. Yeah, now it is. Hoo-ha! If you turn up the heat at any point to melt your cheese, be sure to stir it and be very careful that it does not burn. Stir, 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 stir. Stir, more stir. Yes. Now, what do we do? Not too hot, not too hot, not too hot. If it gets so thick that it's like ridiculous. But doesn't that look like the cheese? You could pour this over nachos. You could pour this over nachos. Look at that. You could do nachos. Now, what if it's, is it too thick? Tiny bit of milk. Stir. So much stirring. Oh, there. Now we have. Go. There we go. That sort of smoothed it out. But look at that. Blue. So now what happens? Here, where it's warm. I'm going to move my magic cheese out of the way. Make some room. Da-da, da-da. I'm going to put the milk back in the fridge. Very important. Put your milk back in the fridge. I'm making a little room. Why am I making room? Because make room, make way, make way. Oh, yeah. Look at macaroni. Now, I'm not putting this all in here because I made so much macaroni. It's a little sticky. It's sticky. Water. La, 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 la. Perfect. Shake, shake, shake. So much water. Okay. Macaroni. I'm going to put, not quite all of it. We're going to go easy. Like, I'll start with that. It's a lot. Oh. Yes. Yes. Am I dumping it all in? You bet I am. I am putting on the heat. Super, super low. This is one of the things that is very big in cooking is low heat. We think of cooking as hot, hot. Yes, broiling things, grilling things, frying things, where you want a lot of heat. Most of the time, for the really good stuff, like slow cooking, like making mac and cheese, making sauces, you want low heat, gravy and things. Super, super low heat. So whatever stove you have, you need to be able to have some sort of setup where you can have it on super low. It's working. Well, right now, it's not macaroni and cheese because it's cheese and macaroni. It's like all cheese. Oh no, what will we do? We will add more macaroni. Stir, stir, much stirring. That seems a little thick. Oh, now it's there. There you go. Yes. It's really thick. I like that. I like that it's really thick. It's like stick. Good Lord. All right, that is super thick. And now, it seriously needs more macaroni. More macaroni. More macaroni. Yay. I'm going to make this whole thing. I'm going to keep this up. Do that. I need to start tossing it in the cheese like a salad here. Oh, yeah. Oh. So gas stoves are the... Yeah, I like the gas stove. I prefer the gas stove because you really can adjust it like to the 10th degree. There are electric stoves nowadays. It's a majestic stove. There are electric stoves that are much more adjustable than they used to be. When I was a girl, electric stoves were a total pain. Basically, it was like blazing hot or off. You just didn't get those choices. They make much better electric stoves now that have better heat regulation and you can adjust. But I personally am a giant fan of the gas stove. Okay, I gotta turn that way down. I want it in heat because I want the cheese to melt and the macaroni to be hot, and that's working. Let's see here. Is this, I think I'm gonna need more macaroni. Let me see. I'll jump on that. More macaroni. Perfect. Tra-la-la. More milk. We can just like more cheese in it. Heaven forbid there be more cheese. You know what you can do with this? You get a hunk of bread and like throw that in. There you go. Now this is super cheesy. It is super duper cheesy because we did the really super strong cheddar shredded. And it is sticky. It's almost like mozzarella that it's like stretching here. It's great. Now, some people would put this in a casserole dish and bake it. That could work. I'm going to dump some in a bowl is what I'm going to do. It's 11:46. What did I start? 11:20? What does it take? 15 minutes? It's macaroni and cheese. Wow, it's so much less salty than the macaroni and cheese in the box. Because they add a lot of salt, because that's what people like. I don't like it too salty. Now, you can add salt. If you like salt, add a little salt. You salty, add pepper. Add whatever the heck you want. Add different kinds of cheese. Swiss, Gruyere, French cheese, anything. You can put blue cheese. You can put anything in here. This is the real macaroni and cheese ever. It is homemade. It is homemade macaroni and cheese. And it is super cheesy. You can use any kind of cheese. All the trick is the magic white sauce. Add any kind of cheese. Lots of it till it is clearly a cheese sauce. And then boil water, cook macaroni 10 minutes. Actually take 10 minutes, like 8 minutes. And that's it. Boil a noodle. You can use any shape of noodle. I got the classic elbow. Make sauce, put cheese in sauce, pour on noodle. You can put tomatoes. I like to put tomatoes on top. You ever done sliced tomatoes on top of mac and cheese? Cut up hot dogs. We've all done it. Admit it, we've all done the cut up hot dog. It's so good. It is so good. So easy. That is just so easy. That was not difficult. There was nothing complicated. There was no special equipment. There were no magical special ingredients. It was all stuff that's in your house. Mac and cheese. Oh, man. Which is great because, like I said, you can make it salty. But in our house, we like it a little less salty, and this is fabulous because it's not overly salted. It's just cheesy, cheesy goodness. And you can bake it. You can bake it and put breadcrumbs on top and make casserole too. There you go. That's mac and cheese. So, kids, you've learned how to make scrambled eggs, biscuits, mac and cheese. It sounds... We're kind of carb loading here, but we will make cinnamon chicken eventually, and we'll make desserty things. Somebody asked about ice cream. I have an ice cream maker, so I have to freeze the bucket in advance, but I may do that at some point. So there you go, mac and cheese. Who's going to do the cooking? I am. You are. Your cat can do this. All right. I'll see you later. I'm going to read a book, and there you go.